I wanted to come on quick. I don't really have much time, but I did want to pull on the full moon in Libra real quick. Um, I did want to do a bigger reading for it, but whatever. Make do with what we got. I've got very little time in the near future. I've had a lot of things come up. I do want to try to squeeze in some time on here, so this is my first attempt of trying to squeeze in time when I've only got like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So let's just get right to it. All right. Hi, Katie. How are you? Ooh, the Chariot, Six of Wands, and the Magician. You're here. Yeah, I'm here too. We're all just here. Ooh, and the world at the bottom. You know, I mean, it's a full moon in Libra. This is the completion of something. Like something is being fully illuminated that's been building up since back in October when we had the new moon in Libra. Something's coming full circle. And with the Chariot, the Six of Wands, and the Magician, I feel like that's such awesome energy. The Chariot is moving forward, taking action. Six of Wands is success, achievement, victory. And then the Magician, he's the magician. I mean, he's magical. He can create anything that he wants. He just has to really put his mind to it. Um, I'm kind of getting like a funny energy off this magician. Like he does have to really put in a lot of effort, but when he does, success, victory. I just Eureka. All right, let's see. Let's pull on this chariot. What do we need to know about the chariot? What's coming? Ooh, the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. That feels like exciting, but like intimidating at the same time. Oh man. And with the Empress at the bottom, oh, that's extra intimidating. It's like it's scary, but like it's like so beautiful and exciting. Like how can you not? How can you not? I mean, and everybody's idea of what's beautiful and what's exciting is different. But whatever this is, it's I feel like if there's something that you've been feeling drawn to over the past 6 months and you haven't made a move, it's time. It's time to make a move. Hmm. This Empress. Ooh. Because I was looking at the Ace of Pentacles and I thought about like a new beginning, but like a solid one. That's why I was kind of like, okay, something wasn't solid before, but this is going to be solid if you move forward with it. And I was like, what's underneath this Empress? And it's the Death card. So it's like something has to come to an end for something new to begin. You know, we had the World card. The world is a cycle. You can't start a new cycle if you're continuing the same one over and over. You know, they say that this is the year of the horse, right? Well, I feel like this full moon in Libra is going to be like you know, like at a horse race how they shoot off the gun and then they go. I feel like this full moon is like the gun going off. Like, are you gonna go? Giddy up, motherfucker. Like, are you gonna go? Um, all right, let's pull on this Six of Wands. Ooh, ooh. When I was just looking at the Chariot and the Queen of Wands, like I just had this feeling of like it's coming at you fast. Coming at you fast. I was gonna say you need to be prepared, but like you've been being prepared. So like, have you been paying attention? Have you been paying attention? All right, so Six of Wands. Ooh, we've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, to me, right now, I look at it and I just feel like a comfort zone. It's like, oh, no, I've got what I need here. I don't need to give. I don't need to receive. I don't need to do anything. I need to just, but no, we need to leave that because there's great achievement. Great achievement. That's how I want to word it. There's great achievement when you leave your comfort zone. You know, life begins where your comfort zone ends. Remember that. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, and the Queen of Pentacles, like, she's like, she wants to grow, she wants to expand, she wants to evolve. She's very nurturing, very caring. Um, but not leaving the comfort zone is stifling for that energy. What's that word? Squander. It's literally, you can literally squander it. You can put, I just saw someone putting a cigarette out. You could put it out like a fucking cigarette and it could be dead. It could be. Oh man. Oh, and we have the Fool at the bottom. Wasn't I saying like something new, like a new beginning, but it's been building up for a while. It's not like a sudden like new idea that you've never thought of, or a relationship or job. You know, it's something that you've had your eye on for. It's time to speak your truth about what it is that you want, what it is that you need, what it is that you deserve, what it is that you love, what it is that you feel. And if you don't know what that is, maybe it's time to go within and figure that out. And then when you do, act upon it. Um, I was going to say without fear, but I mean, is anything done without fear? Even when somebody's being fearless, there's still a part of them in there somewhere that's questioning it. Even if it's something that you're used to, and like you know how like artists, like singers, like when they go on stage, even if they've been doing it for years, they'll say they still get that stage fright right before they go on, but then they go out and they fucking kill it. You know, it's like you have to just push through that fear, because on the other side, like I said, is great achievement, is expansion, growth, evolution. I just heard something about priorities. You have to get your priorities straight. Make sure you get your priorities straight. Like I was saying, like if you don't already know, like go in and figure out what all of that is that's important to you, and don't fucking let it go. Don't let it go. Go towards it. The Fool, he's you know, somebody might be like, he's a fool, he's an idiot. No, he's not. He's fearless. um he's he's willing to take the risk, you know, because there's an innocence to it. You know, there's you have to like reconnect with your child self and the innocence of like the curiosity of being a child. And you know, a child might be like, oh, that looks like a dark scary forest, but I'm gonna go in there anyways just because I'm curious. You know, like the childlike mind. Like, get in tune with that. Get in tune with that. I just heard feed and nurture your inner child, so whatever that is for you. All right, and we've got the Magician, Two of Wands, and Justice. I mean, the scales. Libra is the scales, bringing things into balance, making things right. Um, do yourself justice. Do what, like I said, do what's fucking right for you. Why are you, if there's something that you want or something that your heart has been like feeling very drawn to, why are you not doing anything about it? You know, why are you hesitating? You know, like, if it's okay to hesitate, but you have to figure out why. Don't don't stay in hesitation forever, because then you don't fucking get anywhere. Um, ooh, and we have the Hermit at the bottom. Like I said, you have to fucking really know. You have to know yourself. You have to know what it is, that not just what you want, but what you need. What you need. And then everything else, like, that is in alignment with what you need, that's what you need to move towards. All right, so we have the Hermit at the bottom, and it's crossing the Magician, and so it's like, remember I was saying at the beginning of the reading about the Magician, how this Magician, he has to really put in the effort. but when he does, like great things happen, like some magicians might have it easier, it comes more naturally. This one has to put in the effort. They had to do the work. They really had to learn, and they had to put in more effort, but then they're actually more powerful than the magician that it came easy to them. So like don't ever be like, oh well, it's been so hard on me, they had it easier. Yeah, but you're going to end up more powerful than they are if you allow it. You can keep yourself fucking weak and keep yourself down and low. But why the fuck do that? If you're here watching this reading, maybe I'm supposed to be your reminder to not fucking do that. All right. So, going within, knowing yourself, and understand what it is you're manifesting. Because if you don't know yourself, if you don't know what it is that's going on inside of you, like the hermit does, then you're going to be manifesting all kinds of shit that you don't fucking want. So really tune into yourself. And we've got the Two of Wands with justice. The Two of Wands is about planning, planning, taking action. Um, like I said, planning, taking action, moving forward towards what it is that you really fucking need, what it is that you want. But like I said, it's something that's been really in the energy for the past 6 months. Um, all right. I feel like I want to pull one more card and a bottom card. Oh, we have the Knight of Cups crossed by the King of Cups. Oh boy. Oh boy, Katie. The Knight of Cups crossed by the King of Cups. Oh boy. All right, for people, relationship wise, this is somebody like wanting to come forward and express their feelings, something that they've been holding back. Um, I just heard they were waiting till it was time. They were waiting till it was time. Um, but if it's not a relationship, if it's maybe it could be something with family, or it could be a job that's very much connected to who you are on a soul level, and you finally are going to move towards it. Um, and I feel like the King of Cups crossing the Knight of Cups come up here when I'm talking about all this is a reminder to keep your heart open. You're not going to manifest or attract anything in if your heart center is closed off. This is the most magnetic part of our energy field, is the fucking heart center. So if this is shut down, then everything else is going to be out of fucking whack. I mean, really, any fucking center being out of whack throws the rest of them out of whack, but definitely the fucking heart center, because if you shut this off, it's like a brick wall to the external world. This is where we connect to others. This is the center where we use to connect to others. So we can't have this shut down, even if it has nothing to do with relationships. If it has to do with a job, if you have this shut down, you still have to connect with other people in order to work, regardless of what your job is. I mean, even if you're an artist and you work alone and you paint, eventually you have to sell it. You want to sell it, right? You have to connect with people. Well, you're not going to sell it if you're closed off. Nobody's going to want to buy shit from you. So let's do the work. Let's go within. Let's make sure we know ourselves. Let's make sure we're doing the deed. Why do I want to say doing the deed? I don't know if that connects with anybody. It kind of like threw me off because I was going to say something else and now I don't even know what I was going to say. Doing the deed. Maybe somebody wants to do the deed. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If I'm able to get on and do a longer reading for the full moon in Libra, then I will. But that is the gist of the energy for now. And hopefully I shall be back soon. Have a good day, guys. Bye.